There are many people involved in this story, so I've given them all names. Future brother-in-law is Hank. Future sister-in-law is Bessie. The child of Hank and Bessie is Little One, or LO. Future mother-in-law is Diane, and future father-in-law is Bruce. We also have OP's brother Alex and her fiance Romeo. I had a look through some other posts that OP has made to get some backstory, and it does seem like Bessie is an attention-seeking, gossipy and competitive person. One post OP made about Bessie's drama got me so very angry, and that's why the sister-in-law is called Bessie, because she is an utter disgrace. An example of Bessie's drama is when the boys were getting their suits for the wedding. OP writes, Romeo made it very clear to Hank that this was a boys' thing only, but then Hank showed up with Bessie and Little One anyway. Romeo almost cancelled, but because my brother Alex and my dad were going, he decided to go too. Bessie then decided to go shopping at the same place we were going. I had other things to do with my maid of honour, and she kept popping up everywhere we went. When we went back to the boys so that I could see what they picked, the store had reached its capacity limit, so the employees locked the door. Hank tried to get them to let Bessie in, but we refused because the employee shouldn't get into trouble because he didn't want to follow the rules. After all the suits were picked out, Bessie told Hank that she was hungry and he needed to leave and eat with her. See what I mean, people? Petty tension seeker. Onto the story. We were originally going to stay at a hotel in the area for our wedding because the greenhouse we were getting married in is an hour and a half away from our house. We were going to have a room for my parents, a room for Diane, a room for me and my sisters, and a room for Romeo, Hank and Alex. Since we weren't able to have a bucks and hens party, the plan was for the boys to have pizza, beer and play some games the night before the wedding, and the girls were to have wine and movies. All the rooms were booked under my name with my card. It was then decided that this wasn't going to work, as the girls needed a place to get ready and needed a place to go back to after the wedding, minus me. So at the last minute, we switched to an Airbnb nearby for everyone. Romeo texted Diane and Hank to explain the switch. Diane called and explained that Romeo is going to have to talk to Hank because he is her ride. In the meantime, finding an Airbnb to function for all of us wasn't working. So we eventually decided the best thing to do was to get one room just for the girls to get ready in the morning, and another for Romeo and I to come back to and stay at on the wedding night. Hank finally gets back to Romeo after we decided that the girls are going somewhere else and says he thinks Diane, Bessie and Little One would rather stay at the hotel. Romeo says, "Excuse me, what? Bessie isn't invited. It's too many people for the restrictions. Plus we don't like her, so we're not willing to break the rules for her." Diane and Hank are aware of this too. Hank says he knows, and Romeo tells him that everything is planned and Bessie isn't accounted for in anything. Hank tells him, "I've got it worked out, just focus on your wedding." Romeo called his mum and asked what the F is going on. She says that the plan was that Bessie and Little One were staying at Diane's room. Romeo reminded Diane that this wasn't the plan and she knew we had issues with restrictions. Diane said that Hank just wanted his wife and baby with him, so Diane offered for them to stay the night. Hank has gone away for longer than a weekend without them, so it shouldn't be an issue. Diane continues and says that this is an issue for Hank and Romeo to sort out. She wasn't part of the problem. Romeo disagreed and said, "Since you're willing to hide Bessie and Little One, then you are part of the problem." They then ended the call. At this point, Romeo is saying he wants to cut contact after the wedding. I told him that I'll support whatever decision he makes. Romeo then texts everyone saying that sneaking isn't okay, that his wedding shouldn't be about other people's desires, and how lucky it is that we had to change accommodation at the last minute, or we wouldn't have found out about this until it was too late. He just wanted to have his mum there. Which just reminded us of a conversation we had where Bruce and Diane said we weren't important enough for them to give us equal attention because we hadn't given them grandchildren. While Hank and Bessie got their honeymoon package before they had their baby. We don't even know if they'll even pay for a holiday. We've already had a honeymoon when we do have a baby. This whole situation just makes it more clear that the favoritism between Romeo and Hank is continuing. Now, we're not worried about money or free holidays, it's just hurtful to watch the favoritism. Bruce and Diane always say that they don't have a favourite, but then Diane will text Romeo that he is her favourite and she loves him more than her grandchild, while also saying that we're not as important during a conversation. It's just a bunch of gaslighting and words not matching their actions. But in the end, no drama happened at the wedding, everything went off like we planned and everyone was well behaved. We got our marriage certificate and luckily ended up with a honeymoon baby due in July. Congratulations OP and Romeo, I'm so glad that you managed to conceive a child so quickly. I can tell you from my little girl, she means everything to me. And yeah, it's hard work, but she is definitely worth it. Now, I could talk about my daughter till the cows come home, so I'm just going to stop and move forward. Congratulations for standing up for your family. Honestly, OP, poor Romeo, sounds dreadful. And your brother-in-law honestly sounds like, well, a female doggy. So I'm sorry you guys have to put up with that, but hopefully everything goes much smoother now. You have a wonderful pregnancy, which I didn't have, but I won't bore you with that. And I hope everything goes great. Bye.